Yeah. That's it.
Coffee and condoms.
So passive, woke up them asses. The I was raw today, put on their glasses. The I was gone today, reread the tablet. I am just a human doing shit you can't fathom.
Podcast with me, your host, Scooter, aka the Funky Grandpa. This is Coffee and Condoms, and you are tuning into the newest podcast going down. It's bananas. I am your host, the Funky Grandpa, aka Scooter.
That makes sense.
Yes, it is. Coffee and Condoms. Welcome. Here we are. The adults are not in the building. You know what I'm saying? So the kids are running free. Here we are.
Come on.
It's me, you know what I'm saying, your host, a.k.a. Scooter, a.k.a. the Funky Grandpa. Did I say that weird? That was weird. The Funky Grandpa. It's Scooter, a.k.a. the Funky Grandpa. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
And to the left of me.
Come on, it's twin.
And, you know, we in here and we are kicking the Willy Bobo about a little bit of everything, man. Ready to enjoy this day, man. And please go out and enjoy this Saturday, right? Enjoy your weather because the summer is quickly coming to the end. I'm strictly speaking to Washingtonians because we know that summer goes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once the last week of August get here,
Depression sets
that's
in.
it.
Depression
That is
sets
it.
in.
It's gonna get cloudy. It's gonna be drizzly, and life will start lifing. So
I'm
that's
looking
what it
forward to that
is.
shit.
It is. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean?
This heat.
People
Washington
always-
ain't big for built for heat.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's
not at all.
People always be like, "You live out in Washington. It rain too much," and I'm like, "It really don't rain as much as just cloudy and misty.
Yes.
It's really misty. But I will take the misty, cloudy shit." For because it don't really get that cold, and I'll take that instead of having snow.
Facts.
Shit,
Come
man.
on.
Let me tell you, if you ain't never grew up with a bunch of snow and had to go, we had and on. Let me tell you, in Jersey, you had to walk. In Philly too, you had to walk to school. If it wasn't, it had to be over 2 feet
Oh shit.
for you to go to school. You better be getting. Even if it was 3, you might still go.
Oh,
You know what
damn.
I'm saying? So it had to be real snow.
You lose kids in that shit.
Man, let me tell you.
Hell
We used to
wow.
call it whitewash, right?
Yeah.
Run up on a motherfucker, knock him in the snow, and kick all the snow and barriers up. Whitewash that motherfucker. And the crazy part was because, you wanted to wear your sneakers to school. You walk to school, you get to school, and take your shoes. So you always had to have 2 pairs of sneakers, but we was broke, so I didn't have 2 pairs. But you take your shoes off, and it'd be clumps of ice in your sock and shoes on, right?
You gotta
know what
thaw out your feet and
Yeah,
shit.
thaw your feet out, man.
Yeah.
All the time. So it's funny, like out here in Washington, for those that don't know, they just talk about hint of snow. Everything shuts down.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that shit. I ain't
Come
gonna
on.
lie to you. I'm
Come
like,
on.
shit, yeah, shut them down.
Man, I had a job that would pay us for the whole shift if we just hopped on the fucking meeting just for 30 minutes.
Word?
Yeah, pay you for your whole shift. It's a snow day. It was good.
Man, I love it. So again, Coffee and Condoms, we got some topics we want to run through. One of the things I want to talk about, Twin put me on. I'm not going to, maybe I'm showing my age a little bit.
And is.
It is. I don't know who the hell Finesse 2 times is. But Twin
Yeah.
put me on, and it was like, so his mom's got to GoFundMe. For her rent, right? It
Yeah,
was rent.
she got an
She was
eviction
getting
notice.
She was getting evicted. And he's a famous rapper or budding famous rapper or whatever. I don't really know his level.
Yeah,
But the crazy part is everybody was like, I'm looking things up, and the people are saying, well, maybe he don't fuck with his family. So I guess I would say if you was making bread like that and you didn't fuck with your family, but you knew your mom's was getting evicted, would you still throw some bread away?
Yeah, it's my mom's, nigga. That's the lady that carried me for 9 months. Why wouldn't I?
Beef or no beef?
Yeah.
Beef or no beef?
Come on.
I don't care how much we're beefing. I could at least throw you some rent money.
Facts.
At least. I might not do it all the time.
Yeah.
But
But the thing is,
do you want your mom out there on social media? Like,
you feel me?
that's a bad look for you anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
And then another rapper just came through and paid it in full, so she's good right
Oh,
now.
word?
Yeah. And he said
Wow.
that I forgot the rapper's name. I don't really listen to rap, so charge it to my head, not my heart. You feel
Dig
me?
it.
But he said that old dude. He said Finesse ain't welcome in Mississippi. It was
Damn.
like, yeah, you not welcome here, nigga.
Wow.
And I respect that because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, nigga, like no matter the situation, your
Right.
mama carried you. period.
Your
and she
mama.
made sure your ass was good for 18 years, and then whatever the fuck you decided to do, that was your decision.
Right.
So you can't, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Finesse ain't even cute. Like, it ain't like this nigga buying bitches. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she said. Like, you spending money on everything else, but you can't help me out.
Shit, Eminem came out with songs about his mama and still rocks with her.
Exactly. I mean, you know how
they even had diss tracks with each other. She had a diss song, I think, about him, and then he had one about her.
Come on, that's the white American family.
And they white.
And that's the white American family.
Yes. Like, come on, man.
But that's weird. I mean, I wouldn't even just to like fuck with, like, friend wise, I wouldn't even fuck with Finesse, because if you can't fuck with your mom in any kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Any fashion.
Yeah, like, I'm good off of you.
If you can turn on the motherfucker that carried you for months.
You feel me?
Because I don't know how long he was carried. He could have been a 10-month baby or early baby. I don't know. You know what I mean? He could have been a preemie.
He could have, because look at the way he's shaped.
But
that nigga shaped like a transitioning stud. That nigga look like he got his boobs removed.
he almost there.
Yeah, nigga. That nigga bad.
Okay, since we talking about it, I seen this video. I don't know if it's true, so don't shoot the messenger. But it was dudes in Atlanta wearing skirts.
Nigga.
Now, let me be clear. I know that Atlanta's gay community is huge.
Humongous.
One of the first places I ever seen first place I ever seen a dude wearing heels and makeup and the long nails was Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Right? Dudes wasn't doing that. They was gay, they was just gay, right? Yeah. But the first place where I seen dudes like carrying purses and wearing makeup.
As fuck.
Yeah. Like, you motherfucking, you got a whole beard and you got on face makeup and everything. That was the first place where like you said, flamboyant than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on that?
I think that shit gay. I mean, I mean, on the cool, you know, it was only a matter of time before they started doing that dumb shit anyway. Because once, a couple of years ago, maybe it could be a decade ago, I don't know, but they came out, men were wearing those one piece, wearing rumpers and shit, you feel me? Now motherfuckers getting their nails painted and all this shit. It's just a domino effect, and I don't understand why men want to be women so fucking bad.
It's crazy to me.
It's really insane.
It is crazy to me. Like, I don't care if you gay.
Yeah. You can't. I'm here.
Be gay. I'm saying be gay. Like, but you know, if you a dude, be a gay dude.
Exactly.
Why do you gotta look like a woman? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Why do you gotta walk wearing heels and all this other shit? Like, I seen a John. It was on one of them reality shows, and the motherfucker was like, "I'm wearing a thong," and I was like, "Ugh, nigga, what?" Like, come on, man, you can't be gay and wear drawers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a whole, like, identity crisis with it. Like, I understand, feel how you feel, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, to a certain extent, you want to remain yourself. Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I've always been a tomboy, and I was always of a bigger size.
Gotcha.
So I always wore boy clothes so I can have some kind of, you know, looseness to it. You feel me? But I've never changed who I was. I never said I wanted to be a boy. I never said none of that shit. I'm just me. You feel me? And I get accepted everywhere like Visa.
As it should be.
You feel me? But when motherfuckers start doing all that weird shit and all that confusing shit, that's why these kids be like, "Is you a girl or a boy?" Because they can't fucking tell. If you a grown ass man, you got all this shit, and you got on a full beat. Your face is just beat to the T, is what these hoes would say, to the gauze. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is weird.
Let me tell you, I got a homeboy, Daniel, right? Daniel is sweet as all a bag of 10 Jolly Ranchers. Let me tell you. But he's my dude. Yeah. So one night I'm over at Daniel's. Daniel had a barbecue. I'm over at Daniel's. And Daniel got a bunch of transgender friends. So he had one of his transgender friends over there. And the dude had some titties. And whipped his titties out. And was like, and I was like, and me and Daniel used to work together. So Daniel's like, man, and they like, what, Daniel, what? He's like, man, y'all don't understand. Scooter's not going to let me lay this shit down. And I was like, no, the fuck I'm not. So the motherfucking dude was like, shit, I paid $5,000 a titty for these motherfuckers. I said, not for me to see the motherfuckers you did. Put them bitches away. Because here's my thing, and let me be clear when I say this, gay men that get surgery and all that other shit. If that's your thing, if you are doing this, I can only assume you are doing this because you want to be a woman. Guess what women don't do? Unless they strippers. Whip they titties out at just barbecues and parties and all those. Again, unless they strippers or you paying for it. Some way, shape, or form. Other than that, it just ain't going down like that. Right? And so I was like, so I don't understand if you trying to be a woman and you want to get your body changed and all that to be a woman, then move like a woman.
Yeah.
Do shit a woman do. Don't walk around here like shit. No.
And me personally, being a part of the quote unquote gay community, that's one of my biggest pet peeves about the shit is that they you feel me, want to be accepted, but they do the most outlandish shit that doesn't really put you, goddamn shit. I'm tired now.
Reading is fundamental.
Fuck you. But you feel me? It doesn't really just make you that. Like,
Straight
they
up.
have like, and I'm not tripping. I'm not hating on y'all. Do what the fuck you do. But these like butt naked ass, they got butt naked ass fucking bike races and shit. And you know what I'm saying, during Pride. Then they got all these drag bars and drag brunches where they have kids and shit there. Like, straight people ain't doing that shit.
That's my thing about. Let me be clear about Pride parades.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having a conversation. I can't think who it was. It was a friend of mine who her daughter had took their son to Pride Parade, and I was like, "That's where you want your kid to go?" And I think her son at the time might have been 13 or some shit, a little bit younger. And she was like, "What's wrong with that?" I was like, "It be dicks and tits and everything out at Pride Parade."
Facts.
And she was like, "So?" I said, "But that's clearly not a kid event.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you allow your child to go? I don't care if your child thinks he's going that way or not.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you allow your child to go out there? And these are adults.
Yes.
And this is an adult thing. And you letting your child be she was all like, well, you know, I'm an ally and I'm this and that. And if he feels that he might be that way or he's not sure, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's called parenting, people. It's called parenting. And there is a right and wrong. I don't let my kid go to the bar with me.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you let your kid go up here with all these adults? You don't take your kid to the strip club.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? These again, you want to be gay, you want to be prideful and all that, cool. It's not prideful. Again, people, look at me. It is not prideful to take your kid to that shit. It's not.
That's facts. It's shameful as fuck.
You can be as gay as you want and as prideful as you want to. Taking your child there, even if your child is gay, it's a child.
Mm-hmm. So, even if your child is gay, that level of exposure isn't fucking needed.
It's not
like
needed.
It's too much.
It's not.
That's what got these kids. Like, first of all, these kids shouldn't even have the fucking. They shouldn't have to make a decision on what the fuck sex they are. And I don't even know. Half these sex don't even make sense. They got pansexual, skillet sexual, they got walk sexual. They got all these different, like, it's
deep fryer.
And you feel me? It's 2025 and there's so many different, like, there's so much new shit that you got to adapt to.
Yes.
And I understand parents trying to be progressive and, you know, show their kids certain shit. But at the end of the day, even if you don't expose your kid to certain shit, it's everywhere.
Yes.
It's on TV. It's in cartoons. I got a 6-year-old niece. I'm watching cartoons with her, and there was a pregnant man and another man kicking it.
Yep.
He was like, "Let me give you a kiss and kiss your belly before I go to work." It's a cartoon.
Dude, let me tell you, my granddaughter was watching this cartoon, Bluey, right? And everybody's like, Bluey. Bluey's like the new hotness.
Yeah.
And I told my daughter, don't let her watch Bluey. So for folks out there that have children and you let them watch Bluey, pay attention to the topics. So Bluey, it's a dog, right? Now, here's the thing. All these people like these dogs that live in this community. What's crazy is as I'm starting to watch it, because I was like, let me see what my fucking granddaughter is watching.
Yeah.
It's one lady who got like 9 puppies and the dad ain't around, but she likes the one dad that's down the street. And I think he got 1 puppy, but the wife ain't around. And then this lady can't have puppies, but she like this. So it's really adult topics in this kid cartoon. Why are y'all pushing this out there? Why is it just can't be just some kid shit? Why all of a sudden is this lady dating this one and liking this one and all this other shit? I was like, yo, so I told my daughter, don't let her watch that Bluey shit. Because the things that they're teaching, they're not teaching monogamy. They're not teaching, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't care what people, monogamy is the thing of the past. Bullshit.
Yeah. Facts.
Bullshit. It still exists if you fucking live right and wanna live that right. But again, it shouldn't be in my cartoon.
Yes.
Right?
Facts.
Same thing with if you have a superhero and he's gay, so be it. But why do you have to, like, it's got to be in everything. I've never grew up watching superhero. I am a superhero nerd. Not one time was I ever like, man, yo, you think Superman get bitches? I never thought about that. I never thought who he was fucking with. I want to see who's he beating up. I want to see him beat people up. That's what we're supposed to do superheroes. Why do we have to add sexual content to every fucking thing?
Yeah.
That shit kills me, dude. It's like, for real? Ease up.
Facts.
Ease up. I said to the chick with the kid that goes to the gay pride parade, I said, well, let me tell you something. I said, here's my issue. If we had a straight parade and I walked around with my dick out, would that be cool? She was like, well, no, and why not?
Exactly.
And I said, well, how about this? Can I go up to gay pride parade and walk around butt naked? Can I go up to gay pride? I am tempted to do it. I am so tempted. Go up there, throw some Timbs on, and go up there, dick swinging.
You're gonna be one deep.
One deep. You know what's so funny is everybody would pick up. I'm not feeling that he gay. I'm not feeling gay. And then I'll probably get ran up out of there.
Yeah, or ran up on.
Right.
Yeah. And you taking a big risk.
That's a big risk. Yeah. That's why I haven't done it.
You tempted. That's your business.
Yeah, that's it. I was tempted to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but these views is from old school ass niggas. Like we grew up. You feel me? We grew up back in the day. You feel me? So don't get offended. We both got old school set mind frames. You feel me?
That's it. Don't hate how we was brought up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's another thing. So many people feel because, well, you was brought up this way, you need to change how you thinking. I don't need to change how I'm thinking. I can appreciate you being gay. I can appreciate gay pride parade and still think how I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to change how I'm thinking because I was brought up old school. I had somebody say to me one time, because I had made a comment, why do we celebrate the men that change the women, but we don't celebrate the women that change the men? And this person jumped at me and was like, you said change. And I was like, dude, you're supposed to say transition. Who gives a fuck? Change, transition. The fact of the matter is, you was one thing and now you're not.
Yeah.
Right? Call it whatever you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Like, I stop, like, people, like, I hate that the world wants you to think how they think and talk how they talk.
The world is super sensitive right now.
Super sensitive.
Like, it's hard being a fucking comedian because it's like, man, I got so many fucking jokes about certain shit that I know good and damn well might get me canceled, and I know they gonna hit, but I'm just like, I don't want to take that risk yet. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy. Like, do I say this? Do I not? Like, I don't do gay jokes. I had a teacher one time tell me, she said, I want to come on your shows, but I heard you do gay content. I said, who the fuck told you that? First off, because that is not, I talk about my life. You ain't never heard me talk about none of that. But I think that was just her excuse not to come. But I was like, nah, won't come and find out. Come and find out. She was like, yeah. But that was crazy because I was like, so, because you heard I do gay content, you not coming. Just because you heard, you're not even willing to come find out if I do or if I don't.
Yeah.
But I just don't do it because it's not a part of my life. It's not really something for me to talk about. And if I'm stepping on stage, I want to talk about shit I fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. If I go in there, if I know gay shit, I would come talk about it. I don't know enough to be running my mouth about the community. I just don't.
Opinionated about nothing.
You know what I mean? Not one thing. Like, except gay pride and taking your kid is weird. That's what I'm saying. But taking your kid anywhere, like I said, if you took your kid to the strip club, I would be like, motherfucker, what are you doing with your 6-year-old in here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, this shit is weird. You know, motherfuckers gotta understand. Speaking of which, how you say Maluma? Maluma? I don't know. It's a Hispanic dude. He's an Hispanic rapper.
Yeah, don't give me the line.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. So
you saw I struggled earlier over one word, and I'm still thinking about that shit.
But he was having a concert and stops his concert in the middle of the concert to fuss at this lady who brought her 1-year-old or maybe a little bit younger, her baby. And one, he was fussing because she didn't have ear protection. Two, he was like, you brought her out. And brought your child out. And I really appreciated that. Yeah. Because some motherfuckers do that shit. Like, I'm going to take my child. Why are you taking your child to this concert, right? I feel that, like, back when motherfuckers was letting their kids go to R. Kelly concerts. I was like, yo, the first time he already went to court, came out of court, and you still are letting your kid go to R. Kelly. He just came out of court for this shit. Yeah. And you letting your kid go to R. Kelly concert. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's weird as shit. Like, I would have, man, after that, there's no way you couldn't even watch R. Kelly on TV if you was my kid. At all. No. Like, no. Can I want to watch R. Kelly? No, because that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. Yeah, there you go. He stopped the show and fussed at it. And I was, like I said, I was proud of the shit because I'm like, yeah, let it be known. You out here with your baby acting like shit's sweet.
Yeah, that shit is dumb. I mean, that's a sensory overload for any child. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, if you can't control that shit, and it ain't even just the fucking loud music from the concert itself. You got
Right.
the crowd, you got all this other
noise,
shit,
motherfuckers
like
is smoking,
yeah,
everything. I remember once.
I mean, look at the Travis Scott concert. Anything could go fucking
Right.
AWOL.
And your child be up there.
Exactly.
Caught in the middle. I remember some like 1,000 years ago. My
he's
daughter's
that old.
because my daughter's mom wanted to take her to Summer Jam. And she was like, and she had the stupidest excuse because it was actually, I think, my weekend. And she was like, I want to take her to Summer Jam because my mom's birthday, because her mom had passed away. I was like, your mom ain't never took you to Summer Jam?
Yeah.
She was like, but still, I want to go. Now, here's the crazy part. I was working at the radio station at the time. I was like, I work at the radio station. I'm going to be at Summer Jam. If I was going to bring my child, why wouldn't I bring her with me where I know I can keep her backstage and away from all the BS?
Yeah.
Like, that makes more sense.
In a controlled area.
In a controlled area.
Yeah.
You trying to bring her to the daggone concert. Oh, we was fussing and going at it. And the crazy part is she brought her. She took her. And I walked out there and seen her, and I grabbed her and took her straight to the back. I took her straight to the back.
Father of the
I
year.
sure did. I took her straight to the back, put her in my little area where she was chilling. And then when it died down and she was able to, like, I took her around, got her some autographs, took some pictures, get back in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was mad as fuck. I didn't want her there. Like, and there was kids there.
Yeah.
But again, why would you take your child to this event where people are smoking, drinking, fights be happening, girls dress half naked, dudes dress half naked? This is not, like, come on, people.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the world can become so sensitive on this end and so desensitized on that end. Like, what? That's weird as shit to me.
It's a weird contrast.
Yo,
It's
it
weird
is.
as fuck.
And that's why these kids now think they so grown at 6 years old.
They gotta grow up fast because it's kids having kids. So now they young kids, all they used to is taking pictures and tablets.
Man,
You
grandma
feel me?
is
Filters and
40.
shit.
Grandma 40, the kid is motherfucking, her child is 28, and the other child is motherfucking 18.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's crazy. And then she got a kid on the way. You know?
Facts.
Yeah. And
Everybody
that's what
popping
it is.
pee.
Like a motherfucker.
Dead ass.
It is crazy. But, and again, I don't want y'all to think, oh, they done got on here and started fussing at us. Nah, we not fussing. We just letting it be known like,
Just
yo.
opinions.
Just opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Opinions and assholes. Everybody got 'em.
Everybody got one, man.
Come on.
You know. But again, we got to think about it. We got to talk about it. I'll tell you something that caught my eye. So you know, I've been keeping up with the hip hop beefs and a lot of shit going on. And who was it? I want to make sure I got it right. So you know, what's my man's name? Jim Jones been on the media. You know, he been running his mouth about a lot of different things and this person and that person. So Jim Jones had made a comment about him and Nas, and he said, "Hey, run the numbers." And I'm sitting here thinking like, do you really want people to run the numbers, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Do you really want to? So I was like, well, you know what? I will run the numbers.
Yeah.
When you look up, man, let me tell you, Jim's numbers don't even match Nas's numbers on no level. Like when you talk about album sales, number one albums, number one singles, Jim Jones got We Fly High. And that is it.
Yeah,
And that is it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I mean, I get it. In the rap game, you're supposed to say that you are the best of the best.
Yeah.
But
Everybody,
don't lie to yourself.
Yeah, come on.
Be honest with yourself.
Everybody got their own little form of delusion. But,
Right.
buddy,
I'm funny.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, nigga, I'm funnier than Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just never going to compare myself to Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
You know, which brings me to the MGK thing, right? Which is what brought this up.
Okay.
So MGK had come out, you know, everybody knows him and Eminem had this battle. They had this beef. Now, personally, as a hip-hop head, and I had got a lot of smoke for this, and I probably will now. I thought MGK won that battle originally. Eminem dropped his joint. MGK dropped the rap double. He's not a better MC than Eminem or nothing. I'm not even saying that, so let's be clear. I'm not saying he's a better MC than Eminem.
Yeah.
I just thought he dropped a better disc. He dropped the rap devil joint. And I thought that the rap devil joint was fire.
Yeah.
Now, if you know about, and then now I am speaking my hip-hop history. If you know about beef and battle rap, you drop a diss song, I drop a diss song. If both songs were fire, then we continue, right? Or if, like just like with Drake and Kendrick, right? They was firing at each other, firing off. LL and Kumo D, firing off, right? But normally, I drop one, And if yours kills mine, that's that. Now, if yours is better than mine, or we're close, then I come out with another disc. For example, when LL battled Cannabis, LL dropped this joint, Cannabis dropped this. Now, everybody knew Cannabis shit had crushed.
Yeah.
He had destroyed LL, but LL was a bigger artist.
Showing your age.
So when LL, but when LL came out with another album, he dropped another diss song. And it was kind of like almost a corrective. I should have done this first, right? Which again, in the world of diss rap, battle rap and all that, you kind of telling it, you kind of saying I lost. This is why I had to drop this other track.
Yeah.
So with the MGK joint, Rap Devil came out, Eminem came out with it, had to come out with another disc because it was like, damn, that shit was that hard. I personally didn't think that third disc lyrically was devastating, but I just didn't think it was a better joint. But because he was Eminem and he was the bigger guy, and everybody else was like, should have done it. Yeah. But the fucked up part about it was, whether you thought he won or not, you automatically lose once you change your style up. All of a sudden, MGK turned into fucking some metrosexual motherfucker. All of a sudden, now he's out here with his hair all blonde and doing impressions, my best Jim Carrey impression. And I was like, what the fuck? You was a whole street dude, tatted up, talking about how you was tough and all this.
But that's how white people get in the rap game in general. They gotta do certain shit to sell that image. And then just like that nigga, I don't know his name, but that nigga that came out with the Post Malone, yeah. And then that nigga that came out with the $1 Million Baby, he was like, that nigga, he did so much shit to get his shit, and niggas love that song, $1 Million Baby or whatever the fuck it is. But at some, it's a TikTok thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's alright. Showing your age again. But
maybe you're showing your age. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're showing your age, twin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, to be a white male, I mean, that's his core.
Right.
So eventually, whether he did it after the diss track or did it before, he was gonna go back to his roots. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, MGK wasn't no fucking rapper.
Nah, you're right.
He was never a rapper.
Right.
Just like Post Malone was never really a rapper.
Yeah, or Kid Rock or a lot of these other motherfuckers.
They just had to do what the fuck they needed to do to get their shit off the ground.
Right.
And now that they have their audience established, they don't give a fuck about losing the black audience no more, because now they reached everybody.
Ain't it crazy how we get used, black folks get used on every platform to big up shit, save shit, you know what I mean, to be real. I mean, think about it. It was blaxploitation films that saved Hollywood. Now I am showing my age, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? No, way before that. Oh, okay. Way before the black. I'm talking like Mario Van Peebles in the 1960s, 1970s, where Hollywood was bellying up and motherfucking they started making blaxploitation, Shaft and all that. Them type of shit saved Hollywood. Then when you fast forward, Marvel was in the toilet. Marvel was about to go, and then Blade, Wesley Snipes movie, is what saved them. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny how all of these different, they always using us to get their comeback, and then turn their back on us. Yeah. Shiesty motherfuckers, man. Like, come on, man. Come on.
We them ones at the end of the day. We're the ones that approve if something hits or miss. Like for instance, right? Champion wasn't shit. Back in the day, it was considered cheap. It was at Walmart and Kmart.
It was.
Champion was cheap as shit.
Yeah.
Beyonce wore that shit one time in a video, skyrocketed. Now everybody wearing that shit. Yeah. It done faded out now, but everybody was rocking that shit. You know what I mean?
Champions for us was high class, cheap shit.
Yeah.
it was like, you wearing that championship. I remember, let me tell you, I went to Korea and came back with a whole bunch of championships.
I bet you did.
Champions was like, it wasn't Tommy Hill and all that, but when everybody, if you wasn't trying to wear Tommy Hill shit, then you wore champion type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted to keep it pro-black. At least that's what you thought you was doing, but it really wasn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And it's crazy now. Like we rock it, but you know what? That shit is happening in fashion too. Because think about it, motherfucker. So there's a dude. Again, I'll age myself. Dapper Dan from out of New York. Dapper Dan was that dude. So Dapper Dan was that dude that was making gear all over the place. And if you could get something from Dapper Dan, that was like I remember Dapper Dan had did this trench coat for Big Daddy Kane. It was the MGK or MGM trench coat that he had, and I was like, it was in the self-destruction, I think, video. And Kane had done something wrong, so he didn't get the rhyme in the video, but he was in it. And everybody was like, oh. And let me tell you, you had to pay for Dapper Dan shit. And I had this one homeboy down in Jersey. Him and his mans went up there and they got these suits made from Dapper Dan. Nigga, they was fire. They was fire. They was the Louis Vuitton, like these sweatsuits they had made. But they was leather and had the sweatsuit material too. So this part was leather, but then this part was like sweat. And then this part, they was dope. And they had 2 different colors. And they went and got them. Everybody was like, oh snap. But what's crazy, all the fashion, all the things that he was coming up with then, that the fashion industry came out, sued him. I think they took all his designs. I think he ended up maybe doing a little bit of jail time behind it. And what's crazy now is all of the motherfuckers, well, first of all, they started doing his shit, using his shit. Yeah. And then I think he actually ended up suing. I think he sued or well, long story short is now he's motherfucking part of now they use him. Yeah. Now all the motherfuckers that had something negative to say about his ass, now they want him to, now he's a fashion icon. Now it's like, we knew he was fashion icon. Yeah. All the black folks from New York was like, Dapper Dan. That's what it was. In Philly, we had a spot called Crash Brothers. Okay. And Crash Brothers was kind of like the Philly version of like a Dapper Dan, but it was more like you could go there. My nana was a seamstress there. And so, back when seamstress was a thing. And so, because my nana worked there for so long, we would go with her and they would let her get the material. And then she would make us clothes at home because we, back then the baggy pants and shit was the shit. So she would make us like these pleated pants and velour shirts, and that was the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, we was looking like break dancers. Come on. But yeah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we always saving shit, and them motherfuckers, and they pick off of us. Cause I told the motherfucker this one time. I said, let me tell you something. Where you think cool came from? You can't tell me that you seen a cool white dude, a cool Asian dude, a cool any other nationality first before you seen a cool black dude. You can't tell me you seen somebody with a pimp in their step, a limp in their walk, some flavor in their voice, and they wasn't black.
There's this video going around right now on social media where this white woman is going off on white people. She's literally like, she's like, if y'all want to live in white culture, then let's do it. She was like, stop going to Mexican restaurants, stop watching sports, stop, she was like, just call them out on everything. Right. She was like, stop doing all that shit. Live in the white culture. She was like, we need all these cultures. She was like, what y'all do is y'all see something cool in the culture, and then y'all tag along, and y'all try to weaponize and make it y'all, blah, blah. She was going dumb. Like, and she's on the podcast. Word. I'm gonna send you the video, bro. She was going, and I respect everything she said because it's real. Like we said last week or the week before, the white only towns. That's what she was hitting to. Okay, gotcha. Like she was like, if y'all want to live, y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, push this white culture. Let's do it. Do it. Because if white culture, she said, this white lady, don't know her name. Right. Forgive me. But she said, she was like, if you put all white people together, there is no culture in the white people, amongst white people.
Violence. That is white culture. Incest. Right. Violence. That's what people always quick to say, black people are so violent. Well, violence came from white folks. They was the one, they done controlled, white folks have enslaved, controlled, and broken down every nationality, some way, shape, or form.
And they did it out of fear. Word. They ain't do it because they were powerful. They did it out of fear because it let all them slaves say no one day. Right. There were slave masters. It was like 1 to 500 slaves. Yeah. So let all them slaves one day say no. Let all them slaves one day just get mad and be like, I'm whooping master's ass.
That's it. We turned the whole field.
Yeah. Yep. They white people operate off of fear, and it's been an ongoing thing.
And let's be clear, white folks, we not saying we hate white folks. I don't want y'all to think like, oh, I'm scared doesn't like white people. No, I fuck with those that fuck with me, and that's on any level, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. I fuck with those fuck with me, but don't act like if you are truly an advocate, if you are truly down, if you truly are not racist, this should not offend you. If you truly are not racist, you should be right there saying, yeah, well, they speak
history's history.
History's history.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't deny it. History's history.
Our history is so powerful, they trying to push it out to schools.
trying.
Yeah, exactly.
They did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I remember years, well, not years, it was my life, so it was years ago, but, you know.
Talk the shit.
Let me tell you, I remember I was in high school, and I hated regular history. And I was like, oh, it's so boring. It's so boring. Why we gotta learn about this? So I remember going to my counselor, and I was like, yo, why can't I take Black history? And her exact words to me was, you have to take 2 years of regular history first. Then you can take Black history. And I was like, why can't I take Black history now as my elective? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
then take white history whenever. And she was like, no, you gotta take that's what she called it. So you have to take regular history first.
That's fucking insane.
And I remember like, and I looked at my parents, because my mom came with them, and I looked at them and I was like, and the funny part was because, you know, my parents was raised in a time of, you know, be good Black people. So they were like, yeah, makes sense, right? They wasn't thinking like I was, back then I was like, what the hell, what is regular history?
He was progressive like your lenses.
I was. I was less. Ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You know? And it's crazy but that's what my counselor said to me. I had to take regular history first. I had to get through 2 years of regular history before I could take Black history.
Yeah.
And then Black history at the time wasn't a major class. It was like gym or something like that. You could take it as an elective, right? Like you could take it as elective after this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now, after my 2 years history, who wants to fucking just take history for fun? You know what I'm saying? Now you can go learn about this. No, let me learn about this right now.
I mean, Black history, it is traumatizing. So you do kind of gotta prep yourself, because we went through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to be where we at right now. You feel me? So.
But to never teach the truth is crazy.
Facts.
Right? Like when you think about history and history books, right? I always used to tell motherfuckers, think about it. When you get your history book, you learn about, this is how it goes. You get history, you learn the history, and then you get to the Civil War, and they talk about Crispus Attucks, I think that was his name. Crispus, first person killed in the Civil War was a Black dude, right? He's the first one. So you learn about him, and that's all you learn. Crispus Attucks got killed. He was first. Boom. That's it. You get no other history. You don't learn about his family, his background, nothing. And then it's more white history. And then you get towards the back of the book, and then they got Martin Luther King, they got Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, all shoved in at the back of the book.
Yeah.
But just when you get to that part of the book, school year's over.
Yeah. You can't even get it. You can't even dive into
It's summertime. Summertime. And then that's it. So you never actually get it. They just touch on it real quick. Black History Month, you flip to the back of the book, and then boom.
Black history has really been our own thing that we have to discover and research our damn self.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, even the shit that they wrote down, it's not completely true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to do your own research. Just like, you know, the Bible says you gotta study to show thyself approved of. You feel me? So like you gotta. Don't play with the preachers, kid. You feel me? I said what I said. You feel me? But for real though, like Black people, we have to do our own research, and we have to. It wasn't what we learned in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that we did have a little section was nice. It was nice to be included.
I definitely learned more about my people, about my history after school than I did in school. Now I will say that I did come from my family was black.
Yeah.
So like I remember growing up, and my mom had these calendars, these African history calendars, and it was a bunch of them, and we had them, and through the calendars, it'd be the whole story. Like this month was about Harriet Tubman, this month was, and then but my grandmother had got a whole bunch of them, so we had calendars for each year, right? But it was all Black history facts, and I thought that was dope as shit, and I loved it.
Beautiful.
And you know, so my family always was like educating us. It was always schooling us, you know, because when we moved from Philly to Jersey, the town I was in was Willingboro. Willingboro was supposed to be like this young, progressive disco town, white town. But once black folks moved in, bam. So I actually grew up in an all-black suburb.
Okay.
Right, and but everybody was a melting pot. So everybody came from Philly, New York, and North Jersey. Yeah. And maybe we had a couple of DC and Virginia, but it became a whole black suburb. And you know, and this is before I knew about, you know, your black towns, you know what I'm saying, your Black Wall Streets and all that.
Yeah.
So at the time, I remember like not realizing I was living in a black town. I just remember when it was some white folks, and as soon as we moved in, you could see them moving. They was packing up and gone.
It was over that shit.
You know, but the crazy part was, like, it was a black neighborhood. And I think about that all the time now. Like, dude, I actually grew up in an all-black neighborhood.
That's beautiful.
Like, everybody, like, I went to school with everybody who was all black. Now, again, most of our teachers was white. But I will say this. They did live in our, well, not all, but they did the real ones did live in our community.
Yeah. And there's some real ones.
Yeah, and they are.
There's some real ones. Like there's some white people that's really down for the cause.
Words.
Like they fuck around and fight and be on the front lines.
Right
like,
there with you.
What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
I had a homeboy, rest in peace, my man Dennis Flanagan. Dennis Flanagan was one of them white dudes. He was a white dude that was down. He was what I call my old head. And it was funny because he would come get me like, he called me, hey Scooter, let's go get some food. And I'd be like, all right, Dennis, let's go. And here I am, timmed up, fitted on. Dennis is 70-something.
Yeah.
And we had show up to a restaurant sitting there. And I know people had to be thinking that she about to rob this old white man. And we'd be out kicking it, having shots or whatever the case was, you know, getting some food. And I could tell people, you could feel the eyes. They probably be looking at us like, what the hell is he doing with that dude? Why are they together? But Dennis was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that, like you said, there are some that's down. And I think, you know, if you truly are a person about your shit, you gotta have cool white folks in your life too. You know what I'm saying? You got to. I got plenty of cool white folks in my life.
You gotta have a little bit of
everything. If you truly about that shit.
Yeah.
Because to me, if you really, like somebody, I'm not racist, then you should have somebody in your camp almost from every other camp. Exactly. If you truly are. I mean, unless you just ain't around it, which there's a chance that, you know, you might be living in one of them all white towns.
Yeah. But you do gotta have a good little lineup though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be closed off because whether you want to be pro this or pro that, like there's so much around us. Like when I grew up in Texas.
Right.
All I knew about was black people, Mexicans, and white people. That's all we had. That's all I knew. And they had a little Chinatown in Houston. You feel me? In like the bigger cities. Cool, you know. But like when I moved up here, that's when I found out about the Ethiopians, the like Filipinos, the Samoans, all this shit, and I'm like, that shit is beautiful. And I fucks with every single one the long way. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm accepted everywhere like Visa. You feel me? You just gotta be true to self.
So let me ask you this.
Let me answer it.
Is it weird to you when you meet a gay person, gay, lesbian, whatever, white person, and they racist?
I couldn't answer that because I don't. So, I personally haven't met a racist gay person, but if you pay attention to like gay white men, they want to be an auntie so bad. They try to sound like a black auntie so fucking bad. Okay. There's videos about it. Like as soon as a white guy goes gay, like he just nails get long, attitude, the hand gestures. You feel me? It's extra shit. So I mean, I couldn't personally answer that question because I haven't experienced it myself. But I'm sure they're out there.
Well, let me tell you, because I did experience. So my daughter was about 2. Her uncle, let me get it right. Her uncle's wife's sister.
Okay.
Right. Now at the time, I didn't know she was just a white chick, and we was at her house. It was Christmas dinner. We was talking about something, and she was having a conversation with my daughter's other uncle, and he made a comment. He was like, "Well, I don't vote," and she was like, "See, niggers." And she caught herself. So she said, see, niggers always, well, actually what she said was, you see, niggers always want to complain, but then don't vote. And she said it so casually.
Yeah.
It was like the record skipped. Everybody in the house was like, and at that time, like I said, I was me, my baby mom, and I was like, we're leaving. We're not even staying for dinner. Get your shit, let's go. Because if I stay, I'm punching her in the mouth.
Yeah. Crazy
part was, fast forward, I come back, and Deja was telling me, she was like, remember Aunt Erin? I was like, yeah. She said, well, her sister's a dude now. And I was like, what? And she was like, whole change. She got, beard the whole 9 yards. Completely changed. And I'm like, how can you be some racist motherfucker? Yeah. And you, like, to me, the two they shouldn't coincide.
Yeah.
Because if you fight, and the reason I say this is because you got a lot of people that swear gay rights and fighting gear is the same thing as black, which it's not. It's not. Two different things completely. Stop saying that they're in the same spectrum. They're not. They're not. Yeah. Right? But again, the fact that you can sit back because again you are oppressed, you are looked down upon or looked at as different, well, especially back then. Yeah. But I was like, yo, that's kind of weird. Like, so I always was wondering, like, how can you be that? Like, I feel like it's almost an oxymoron. I feel like it's something that can't exist. Yeah. Because you're supposed to be, I would think, fighting for your rights of everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? But maybe that's just me.
That's just a crazy situation. I can't even wrap my head around that shit. Man. Like, good Lord.
Yo, I'll tell you what. I remember one time I met this white chick on a dating site. Mm-hmm. And she was like, and I think I might have brought this up before. I think me and Miss Newman might have talked about it. But, so the white joint, she was like, we was on the phone. And she said, well, I was going to school at the time. I had worked in radio. I was going to school to get my my associates, I think, in communication. Okay. So she was like, well, what are you doing that for? And I said, well, I used to do radio. I want to get back into radio, but I want to have some paper behind my name because I kind of really want to be behind the scenes. At the time, I was thinking about getting into the news, right? Yeah. So she was like, and I said, there's not a lot of black folks on TV, right? I want representation. And she said, you're one of them. And I said, excuse me? And she was like, I mean, why do you have to say that there's not a lot of you on TV? I said, because it's not. She said, well, there's not a lot of Asian or Hispanic folks on TV either. And I said, yeah, but I'm not none of them. Yeah. So I can't fight for them. I can't say, you know what, I'm going to go to school and go on TV and be like for the Hispanic folks. No, that's not what I'm fighting. I'm fighting for my people. I'm saying that I need more of my people on TV. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So I hung up, right? Get off the phone. So like about a week go by. She calls me. I haven't heard from you. I said, oh yeah, I know. She was like, so what, you're not talking to me no more? I was like, nah. She was like, because we had one little argument, you're not talking to me? I said, that is not why. She was like, well, why not? I said, here's why I'm not talking to you no more. Because you're not trying to understand where I'm coming from as a black man and the plight of a black man, but you quick to take black dick. I said, so you quick to have black dick in you, but you don't want to understand the mental side. You're not going to accept that part of it. Yeah. I said, that's weird to me. I don't understand how you can lay down with a motherfucker and then get up and be like, thanks, nigger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just didn't drive well for me. Shit. Yeah.
Don't repeat that shit like that. Yeah.
Now you gonna get your ass whooped. Yeah. So that's what it was to me. That was weird. And I was like, nah, and it was weird. I was like, yo, how you out here? And she was like, really like, I'm just so tired of people like that, and da-da-da-da. And I was like, for real? But you out here fucking black people? And I feel that way too. Like, I don't understand how you can have a mixed kid and act funky. Mm-hmm. Or you have a mixed kid and, your family racist and you still bring your kid around that family. Mm-hmm. Like, these are the things, people, I need y'all to understand that I have ran into here in the state of Washington. I done ran into women who got mixed kids and like, I have to cut my family off because my kid was black. Or they're accepting of this kid because it's my kid, but racist to everybody else. Yeah. Like, you think they're not going to say racist? Thing. No. You think they're not going to say racist shit around their kid?
Exactly.
I had a good friend of mine, her ex-husband was a racist dude. Mm-hmm. And then I remember having this conversation with him. He said, well, I don't feel like I can't be racist anymore. I mean, I got a black grandchild now. Because his daughter ended up sleeping with a black dude, whatever. And I was like, kind of bullshit. Yeah. So now all of a sudden you just turned it off? I'm not anymore. Yeah. Nah, mother, you still racist. You still racist. Don't act like, and I was like, and what's crazy is because I never knew his daughter, but I sure was like, I wish I could meet her so I could tell her, you know what, you better stop taking your kid around this man. Mm-hmm. But this is also the world we live in now. The world we live in now is motherfuckers will be like, nah, I'm not racist anymore. And teach your mixed kid racist shit. Mm-hmm. Raise your kid as if he don't know no better. Like, up underneath you. Well, this is what it's got to be. I know a couple motherfucking white people that have mixed kids right now that are not teaching them black history, black thoughts, black anything.
There's so many white women that have mixed kids that don't know how to do their hair. That fucking irks my soul. Like, they literally have a mixed breed baby. You know what I'm saying?
All them Josiahs and Ethans.
Yeah, all them Treys and all that shit. They'll have all these mixed breed babies, but don't know how to do their hair at all. Fucking documentary that Colin Kaepernick put out. Right. It showed you like his mama ain't know what the fuck to do with his hair. And when he started getting braided, she was like, "You like that?" Like, you feel me? Like, yeah. Once a motherfucker started embracing their real culture, and it's the thing about it is like, whether you're racist or not, you still allowed that to happen. You allowed yourself to carry a half black baby. You did. Period. So at the end of the day, they're gonna wonder about that side. Period.
There's no way around it. Especially when you cut on the TV and see all this flavor. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it a buck. When you come on TV, you're like, damn, dude, them motherfuckers got style. They move like this. They dress like that. They talk like this. And I'm over here talking like this. I need to get to my people. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Yeah. I tell you what, so I see this, so okay. I am definitely showing my age right now. I saw this clip of this dude, and what happened was, in the caption it said, this person, I didn't really read the name. It said, it said that the baby mom name or something. And it was like, so basically this dude's baby mom had got $1 million for child support. For life or whatever. Well, it was over 18 years is what she was supposed to get, and the dude had paid it up front.
What's his name?
I thought it was Eddie Winslow, the dude from Family Matters. I swear, I saw the picture, and I was like, oh, Eddie Winslow.
Hell no. It is Anthony Edwards, a whole basketball player.
Okay, so let me clear two things up. For all those folks right there saying, you don't know Anthony Edwards. I am not a sports dude. Do not come talk sports with me unless it is boxing. I don't know sports like that. And I don't know names of sports folks unless it's Kobe, Michael Jordan, LeBron. You got to be that big.
You got to be on that level.
For me to know who you are. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to, especially now. I can't really give you nobody now.
I feel that.
I can give you, shit. I guess I can. I was gonna say the light skinned boy that was really nice who be hitting on the outside.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Shit.
I can't give you nobody. So for me, it was Eddie Winslow. What was his real name?
Anthony Edwards.
So Anthony Edwards, baby mom was supposed to get $1 million like for the 18 years, and that dude paid it up front. Which one? I think that's G shit. Like, hey, I owe you $1 million. Here you go. And I think it actually he gave her like $1.8 million or something like that.
Yeah, but that's $1 million plus.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, you should be happy. She pissed off.
Oh yeah.
She mad because she can't extort him for the rest of his life. I said, oh, I wish I could have done that. You know, I wasn't my child support wasn't that much, but I was paying $400 a month for one kid. You know what I mean? But I wish I could have 18-year that shit out like blam, and that way, and not pay it and not be around my kid, but pay it and I don't got to deal with you no more. Now I can just spend time with my kid. You got your money, leave me the fuck alone, let me spend time with my kid. I thought that was G shit.
I think it's G shit to a certain extent as well. I mean, at the end of the day, that nigga don't want to have anything to do with that baby, but he's showing you he'll financially take care of that baby. And now it's up to you as a mother to, you know what I'm saying, to like divvy that shit out. Right. Now, because you decide to go have all this lavish shit and do all these big things and live big, that was your decision. So you can't get mad at him because he was like, you know what, I'm finna drop this.
Is that what it was? He didn't want to fuck with the kid no more? He was fucking with the so he didn't want no part.
Yeah.
So take the money and leave me alone.
Yeah.
Okay, well he did his part.
Exactly.
Right? Damn, you think she gonna do shitty shit with the money?
I'm sure. What woman doesn't?
Yeah.
My mom
nothing with the money.
My mom used to get child support, and we used to ask about it and get ass whooping.
Ask about my money.
You should child support. You want child support? It went towards the lights. Like, goddamn. Right. Fuck them lights. I'm trying to get a toy. Yeah, women.
Like shit, I can't get no new shoes.
All they see is another check. It's a source of income. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fucked up. At the end of the day, like, yeah. I would push for that nigga to be a part of his child's life.
True
like,
indeed.
You feel me?
True.
Like that, I would love for a black family to be together. Like any family, fuck color, any family. If you created a life together, I would love for y'all to grow up together, or at least just be a good co-parent.
I mean, and I will say this truthfully. I think that, and I'm speaking as a father, as a man, that is true grown man shit. right? You have a child, take care of it. I don't have to be with you to be a father. I don't have to be with you to raise my child, right? But I also understand the other side because I did have a shitty baby mama. So I knew what it's like to go through a bunch of bullshit and jump through hoops. And after, dude, let me tell you, I only had my daughter 4 times a month. When I went and got my parenting plan, I went through these people, devoted dads. They had gave me this lawyer. Granted, he was free, but he was trash. He was just like, yeah, accept everything. So I literally had 4 days a month to see my child, you know, and I had to make them 4 days work. And I had to break down all the shit that my baby mom was saying about me. So my daughter would come with all these questions. Well, Dad, what about mommy said this, this, and this? And I'd have to go through all of that and break that all down, get it out her system, like, no, and destroy all of that. And then not only build her back up, but also build myself up in her eyes. So that she could see that. So eventually she got old enough to be like, okay, that ain't the shit my mom's saying is bullshit. Yeah. But that was work. Yeah. And I had them 4 days to do it. If I didn't do it these two weekends, I had to get it, and it was every other weekend. So it was these 2 weekends, had a whole week go by, and another weekend. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that was crazy, man. It was a lot of shit. So, like I said, for me, if I could have done it, I would have done the same thing, but I would have stayed with my child's life. But I can get why he did.
That's the thing, though. A lot of women, especially nowadays, like, I mean, and I ain't gonna even just say nowadays, just in general, women think that having a baby by a nigga is gonna make that nigga stay. And it's never, that recipe has never worked.
Keep a nigga baby.
Never, that shit has never worked. Never. And then they use the child as a pawn, like, oh, if you ain't gonna give me no money, you ain't gonna see your child. Like, that shit, that's toxic. And your child feels that shit. They may not be able to speak on it, but they feel that shit. They notice that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when school comes around, why daddy ain't taking me? Why I can't see daddy? Woo woo woo. Because daddy ain't pay for this. Daddy ain't do that. Daddy ain't. How you know daddy ain't struggling?
But as soon as the kid wants something extra or something, then it's get your daddy to pay for it. Which again calls off as haterish too. Like, why are you talking to me? I'm the kid. Why are you talking to me like this? Get your daddy to pay for it. My baby mom, like I said, I was paying $400 a month, and I had to pay the medical whatever. Now, what I didn't know was that I was supposed to pay a portion of the medical. Right? I was paying all of the medical because I thought that like I'm gonna be a dad, right? Like I didn't give a fuck about that. It wasn't about the money for me. I was trying to be on my dad shit. I wanted to raise my kid, and I remember her always like, you know, she would call me. She need this and that. You're getting child support. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part was because not only did I pay the child support, I still was doing. Because I had to have clothes at my house. Because when my baby mom would bring my daughter over, one of my things was you're not coming to visit. You're coming home. Right? You're leaving your home there and coming to your home here. Yeah. So I always made it a point that when you come, you don't gotta bring her with nothing but with the clothes on her back. Right? Bring her in because she got everything here. And that's what I made it a point. So when she came, she had her own room, she had her own clothes, she had her own everything. She'd come in her room, her own toys, everything. And I wasn't weird, like, don't take that home and don't take. Her mom wouldn't let her bring shit to my crib. But she's like, can I take this to mommy's? Take whatever you want. It's your shit. You know what I mean? If it don't make it back, that's on you. And that's what we would do. You know what I mean? And that's how I live. So I don't really understand. Well, I do understand how niggas cannot be around because of certain baby moms. But again, at the same time, shit, ladies make it hard. You know what I mean? Especially in his case. I don't know his situation. But like you said, hey, take this money. She probably out there like, fuck, man, I got this $1 million. She probably done bought a house and all kind of shit. And now she's worried that she can't keep doing other stuff.
Yeah, because she thought.
Yeah.
Thinking is dangerous.
Like a mother.
It's dangerous. And that's what happens when these bitches be getting with ball players. They be thinking they can struck the lotto. And once a ball player is fucking strategic, once they know how to use this, oh yeah, that's over.
And you know, just because you got a ball player don't mean you live in the life of luxury. You know what I mean? Because that don't mean he might not be getting Steph Curry bread. Exactly. You know what I mean? He might not, and that's the thing.
I say that nigga name one time now. He
I
ain't
know
getting
it.
Steph Curry.
I know it. I might start abbreviating. She ain't even getting SC money.
You're stupid. Yeah.
But you know what it is, man. I don't have an end of debate. You got an end of debate? Anything you want to debate about? I don't have enough end of debate this week.
Nah, nigga, I'm sleepy.
I don't have enough end of debate. So we're not going to have enough end of debate. But let me think real quick.
Alright.
we do gotta listen to the debate. This is a simple. Yeah, I hate when Jay will be like that team sound. That is my shit. I did that myself. I'm excited about that. All right, here we go. Let's end the debate. Skippy or Jiff?
I'm gonna fuck with Jiff.
No.
I'm gonna fuck with Jiff.
I'm gonna say Jiff the long way. Word is mine. I don't think personally that there's a peanut butter
crunchy or smooth.
Smooth for me. Okay, smooth for me. Smooth.
I used to fuck with crunchy when I was
a kid. Yeah.
But now, I don't know.
As an adult, I realize it rips the bread up.
Yeah, it's like the top of your mouth, like eating Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So that's what it is. We all about Jiff. Any final words, Twin?
Man, final words will be support is free. You feel me? Y'all can support this podcast. Y'all can support us local comedians. You feel me? Yes. It's free. It's nothing to put a heart on something, to share something. You feel me? It's free. We're not asking you to break bread. We're just asking you to watch it. You know? And that's it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So I'm going to tell you like this. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Twin Was Here Comedy is all one word. And support is free. If you support me, I support you.
That's what's
we give and take.
That's what's up. And I will say, I'm going to mirror that and say, please, like, subscribe, share, get it out there. And you can find me on all platforms, Funky Grandpa, man. And I agree. Get it out there, man. It costs nothing to hit the like button. It costs nothing to just, you can turn it on and walk away. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It costs nothing to share. You know what I mean? That's what it is. We here in the Northwest trying to get it popping. Coffee and condoms, man. See y'all next Saturday.
Come on.
Two fingers, we out.
We out.
That worked out, man.
Yeah, come on. We got something to say. God damn it. Well, that was cool. That was more serious than before, but that was cool though. We actually got to hear each other talk. Instead of Miss Newman in here. Talking about an old man with no teeth. Nigga, why is it? Bro, there was this nigga at my door.
Then I tell you how your grandchild's first day of first grade, which she had an amazing day. A lot of her friends from last year are in her class this year. So she's super excited. She said she loves her teacher. She said today they didn't really do much since it was the first day, but her